What is up, Texas A&M Aggies fans? IndyCar Timm here with your Texas A&M Aggies Daily Blitz. It is ACU post-game edition here on FanStream Sports. Thanks for popping in. Hope you enjoyed the game. 38-10, the Aggies win as they now turn their sights on to LSU to end the season. They improved to 7-4, 6-1 at home at Kyle Field this year. Would have liked to have seen that one loss turn into a win. But, what are you going to say against an opponent like Abilene Christian? The game you'd like to think was in hand for most of the day, but that wasn't the case. As the Aggies got off to somewhat of a slow start offensively, with the second play from scrimmage being a pick six as Henderson's arm got hit as he was throwing. And, a perfectly placed defensive player there to catch it and run it. I think 49 yards for the score. The Aggies were quickly down 7-0, but that didn't last long. The Aggies, of course, came back, scored a touchdown. Still kind of a slow start offensively. Jaden Henderson didn't look great to begin the game. And, man, he was under a lot more pressure than I would have liked to have seen. He was running for his life at times. And, you'd like to see a little bit more protection for him like you did against Mississippi State. But for whatever the reason, the Wildcats seemed to get to Henderson at will. But, it didn't affect necessarily the play other than those plays where he was being hurried. The Aggies, another thing of concern if you're looking for things to worry about, maybe not worry about, but, look to improve in Elijah Robinson's first game as the interim head coach here. The Aggies only went 5 of 12 on third downs. They weren't very good on third downs. They were routinely, because of that pressure on Henderson, routinely stuck in third and longs, and it didn't always work out well for A&M. But bottom line is you get a 38-10 win. You got some guys involved late that weren't going to get a lot of playing time otherwise. Henderson goes 16-23, 260 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the 1 interception that we mentioned. Reuben Owens carried 18 times for 106 yards. He had a score. Your leading receiver was Moose Muhammad, 104 yards on 4 catches and a touchdown. The Aggies racked up 448 total yards of offense. They held the Wildcats to just 242. Again, the slow start, though, concerns me a little bit. I understand Henderson's a new guy. It's a new situation. Jimbo's gone. Robinson's in. But that shouldn't really affect what Petrino does with his play calling and things. And I feel like he was trying to get a feel for the game flow before the Aggies really got into their offensive groove. But, of course, they eventually found it. Scored 21 points in the second half. Held ACU to just 3 there in the fourth quarter. So it is what it is. The Aggies also racked up 25 first downs. It seems like although only going 5 for 12 on third down, they didn't get into a lot of third downs late. It seems like first down run, second down run, then a first down long run, then first down on a short pass. So, the Aggies did what they needed to do to beat an opponent like ACU. Is this type of play going to translate well in Baton Rouge against LSU? No, it's not going to. The Aggies actually lost the time of possession by not much, but 30 minutes, 46 seconds for ACU, 29 minutes, 14 seconds for the Aggies. And, of course, Aggies had the 1 turnover. ACU was held without did not have a turnover, which is great for them. Just 3.7 yards per rush for ACU, only 4.1 for the Aggies. Still had 175 yards on the ground. So, you know what? We'll take all that. We'll take it for what it is. Jalen Henderson also running 12 carries, 27 yards. Most of those were scrambles where he was running for his life. But, the Aggies will move on to LSU. We'll talk a little bit about LSU probably on Monday or Tuesday. A couple of quick notes here before we get off the air. Of course, it was Senior Day at A&M. They honored the seniors before the game. And, it was a good day for the seniors to get involved late. Some of those guys didn't get a lot of playing time, as we mentioned. So, you know what? Congratulations to those boys. I always like seeing the videos of them out on the field before the game with their family, taking pictures, taking video. That's a moment for, you know, those guys to and the families to cherish, and it will last the rest of their lives. So that's really cool to see stuff like that. For those of you that don't know, it was sort of a somber moment or a somber memory for today's date, November 18th. Some of you younger Aggies fans, younger Aggies should know, but you might not. Of course, today on Saturday, November 18th, is the 24th anniversary of the bonfire collapse on November 18th, 1999, at roughly 2:42 a.m., where the bonfire that was being erected collapsed, killed 12 people, injured another 27. The Aggies commemorated that with, if you didn't watch the game, on the center logo, the Texas A&M logo in the middle of the field, they had a maroon ribbon around the T to commemorate that. And they also, of course, paid tribute on their social media channels as well. So, you know, just something to remember. Remember our fallen Aggies everywhere, not just for bonfire, but, of course, it is as the anniversary of the bonfire that was at the forefront of a lot of people's minds today. So I don't remember them talking about it much on the broad. I probably didn't. It was, again, I don't want to get into this, but God, maybe one of the worst broadcast teams I've ever heard on the, I get it, ESPN Plus, SEC Network Plus, I get it. And I don't have a problem with women calling games. I really don't. Just be good. I didn't feel like she was very good. Can't remember who the color guy was. He was not good. It seemed like he was out of touch with some of the plays. But that's neither here nor there. It's just one of those things that irks me tremendously, being in the business. So appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll talk LSU this week. Congratulations, Texas A&M, 38-10 over the Abilene Christian Wildcats in their last game of the season. The Aggies have one more next week at LSU. We'll talk about that later in the week. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Please find me on Twitter at IndyCarTim or Threads at IndyCarTim. Find me on Facebook. Wherever you're looking, I'll be there, most likely. Comment here in the comment section under our YouTube video if you would like to do that. I would love to hear from you. Would love to converse with you. Gig 'em Aggies, and we'll talk to you later. Till then, we'll see you.